Hello, Ender Pokemon here. I just picked up another booster box of Dark Explorers here. This is going to be the third booster box of these that I'm actually opening. The first two are available on my channel already. So I also picked up today the two theme decks. So Confagrius, whenever I think I got my webcam a little too close, going to show some of that stuff back. Got the Confagrius theme deck and the Zoroark theme deck. I did leave the prices on each of these. This is what they are at a store called 401 in Toronto, 401 Games. So that's where I did pick these up. And going to be opening those after the booster box, but I'll start with those. And probably we'll break this into two parts for the booster box and then maybe another part for the theme decks. Obviously the theme decks, it's not going to be any surprise for anyone that already knows what's in it. They are what they are. But I just thought I'd go over kind of how, just kind of what's in and what sort of play that you would expect if you did buy those. They also made it so that the theme decks actually have two hollows in it. Or two different cards then match up to the actual set itself, but they're kind of duplicates in a sense of those cards, so I'll see what they look like. So I'll probably do one side of this box in the first part of the video and then the other side in the second part, and then we'll go to the theme decks after that. So I'm going to start with the right side here. Over to the side. So the pack types, let's see if we get the four different on top. I've done this in the first video, but for those who haven't seen it, we've got Excadrill pack, Scrafty, Venusaur, and Darkrai. So those are the four artworks on it. Kind of neat. I guess that one's a bit of a throwback. These guys obviously featured on the anime a lot. And then Darkrai is kind of the almost the hero of this set, or the one that everyone's kind of after. So why don't we just actually start off with one of him? We'll see if these are easy to open or not. It already seems like maybe they're not going to be. The first two boxes that I opened were actually pretty easy to get open, but not a great start for that so far. So of course each of these comes with the online card thing that you can enter your code online for. And the card trick for these is the same as it has been for the past little while for all the black and whites. So we start off with a Vanillite, Joltik, Tympole, Slowpoke, Torchic, Krokorok, Flareon, Hooligans Gym and Kass, Carnivine Reverse, so that one is a rare reverse to start us out. Let's see if I'm at all centered here. Let me do this a little bit. So a rare reverse to start with, and Excelgor is the reverse. Or sorry, rare, not the reverse. Excadrill pack here. That one opened a little better. Good card. We got the Ducklet, Chansey, Bulbasaur, Pawniard, Dynamo, Electric, Old Amber Aerodactyl, Charon, Vullaby, the Glaceon. Yeah, see, I keep doing this, and I did it in the last video too. So Glaceon's the rare, obviously, but on these black ones, the Darkness energy cards, or not energy, but anything that's Darkness type, the reverse on it is actually quite hard to see when you're holding at a certain angle, and I'm kind of sitting in a way that I'm trying to get light on the cards so that they're actually readable. I don't have the best webcam in the world, but I often will miss the fact that that is a reverse, so I'm going to try and keep track of it as I go, that I'm expecting one, but I did miss a bunch of the Darkness ones earlier in my first run through the first two boxes. Here we've got a Dynamo, Lillipup, Chansey, Joltik, Poniard, Vaporeon, a rare candy. I did get a lot of these so far in the first two booster boxes. I think I got 7 of the normal ones and 1 of the reverses, but that's neat. Trainer N, reverse is Random Receiver, and Espeon is the rare. There's a lot of the Eevee evolutions in this set, so if you're an Eevee fan, I kind of am. I've always liked that he could go many different ways into different things. Then this is definitely the set for you. There's tons of him around. I think there's 2 types of Eevees himself, and then there's like tons of things that he can evolve into. You'll see those, of course, over the course of this video. I'm sure I'll get a lot of them, and if not, I certainly did in the first 2 boxes. We've got a Torchic, Sandile, Eevee, just mentioned you, Tympole, Joltik, Hooligans Jim and Kaz, Prinplup, Professor Juniper supporter, and Excadrill reverse. That one is a rare reverse, so that's pretty good there. And Empoleon is the rare. That's a holo rare. I like the way that they do the holos here. They've kind of got the lined holo background, so the horizontal line background, but it's as if the Pokemon in some foreground is actually kind of stamped in matte on top of that, so it ends up looking pretty neat. I didn't like the way a couple of them have looked recently in Noble Victories and Next Destinies, but they seem to have kind of refined the technique, and it looks pretty good now on some of these holo rares. We've got Dwebble, Woobat, Torchic, Zorua, Clink, Professor Juniper, Flareon, Crustle, Torchic is the reverse, that's just a common, and Leafeon, so another Eevee evolution as a rare. So I did say there are tons of those, so good news for our Eevee fans out there. I'm having a open. This one's a lot harder than the first 2 boxes that I did. Sometimes they're just so easy, and other times, nope, not at all. Got a huge mess of these packs on the ground, or on my floor right now. I haven't cleaned them up yet. We got Clink, Venonat, Slowpoke, Sandile, Joltik. I keep wondering, where is this guy? He's like in an underground river stream with crystals around, and he's sweating about it and all this stuff. It's a kind of a weird background for him. Krokorok doing his little Krokorok dance. Crustle getting a lot of rocks thrown at him. Jolteon there, another Eevee evolution that is there. He kind of seems to be in the same sort of crystal area. You got Trainer N at some sort of theme park. He's the reverse for this pack, and Excadrill normal as the rare on this. I got the reverse of that just a little bit ago. So in the first 2 booster boxes, I managed to get 7 ultra rares between them, 1 shiny, and then each box had 2 of the normal EXs and 1 of the full art EXs. So we'll see if that's kind of normal. Hopefully I'll get at least the same here, the 2 normals, 1 full art, and hopefully get a shiny, but we'll see. I know those are more rare, obviously. Get a Joltik, Ducklet, Shelmet, Zorua, Piplup, Prinplup, Professor Juniper, Crustle, Excelgor, Klinklang is the oh yeah, the Excelgor was a reverse, sorry. Again, I think I'm getting in the way of my own lighting and not quite seeing that. When I move my hand here, I can see that the lighting actually changes on the camera as I'm getting in the way of it, so I'll try and maybe stay up. So reverse of the Excelgor and Klinklang is the holo rare. Here we've got Tynamo, Lillipup, Slowpoke, Bulbasaur, Vanillite, Combusken, Clang, Sableye, Crustle is the reverse, again getting stuff thrown at him, and Blissey is the holo rare. That's kind of a cute one to me. It's just kind of all frilly and decked out there, and nice rare. Again, the holo lines in the background kind of make him pop out in the middle there. We've got a Plusle with this little airplane in the background, Woobat, Bulbasaur, Clink, Torchic, an Ultra Ball, Chatot, another rare candy, a rare candy reverse, and Cofagrigus is the rare here. And you can see that this one is not actually holo, it's just a normal card, but we'll see later on in another video. I'll show you the basically the holo rare version of that you get actually in the team decks. Got a very crafty Scrafty pack here that doesn't want to be open. Got Timber, Slowpoke, Plusle, Larvesta, Tympole, Chatot, Ivysaur, an Enhanced Hammer, Umbreon. This time I'm not getting fooled, that is the reverse. You can see there at some angle, yeah, there, that's probably the best, that you can see the darkness there, but it's so subtle. And these cards are so dark anyway, it's the light has to hit it in a certain direction. But that's a cool Umbreon one, another Eevee Evolution. And the rare, wow. Now this is excellent. This is actually a shiny Pokemon catcher. So you'll look, I don't know if my camera is good enough for you to see there, and trying to find a right angle because the text is so small. But no, it's never going to be able to do that. Hopefully you can at least see that there is the shiny star. The shiny rare indicator, and Pokemon Catcher is card 111 out of 108, so I've had great luck on this. This is my second shiny out of 3 booster boxes. The first one that I got was the Archeops shiny, and again just a secret rare, and I know that these ones are currently the most valuable shiny one in the set, so pretty psyched to get that. That was one I was not looking forward to trying to trade for or buy, given how rare it would be, and given that a lot of people still find this to be quite a useful card to actually be playing, that you can switch active Pokemon with the bench Pokemon. I know a lot of players would want to play with the awesome shiny version, I guess just to kind of show that off in their deck, even though they might you know, put it into played condition. I know a lot of people like to play with the really flashy type cards, so pretty psyched to get that one. Again, gonna have a lot of these codes to scan in at the end of this. I don't think the Dark Explorers packs are in the online game yet, but I think they're due out later this week. So I was kind of saving up any of my code cards to get it later. Got Tynamo, Plusle, Larvesta, Woobat, Eevee, Chatot, Scyther. He always looks cool. Hooligans, Jim and Kaz, Reverse Slowpoke, looking all shifty and shady there, and the rare is Aerodactyl himself. So this one's kind of a unique card in the set, that you have to actually have the old Amber Aerodactyl in order to be able to get this into play, I guess, because it is considered a restored Pokemon. So it kind of has the prerequisite of having that other card in your hand to be played before you can get that out onto the field. I don't know if it's really justified given the attacks that he has. It's not really that amazing, so I'm not sure why they kind of went out of their way for it, but it is just a neat little mechanic, I guess. They throw that sort of thing into it. What did I do here? Somehow half open this pack. It's being difficult. They're almost half falling apart on me before I actually get them open, and they're not coming open clean. We'll see there. Alright, we got Vanillite, Torchic, Sandile, Eevee. There's lots of those in this this set, obviously to support all his evolutions. Tympole, Girder, Umbreon. This is the second type of Umbreon. This one's almost a more cartoony type artwork. The other one was a little darker, dark blurred sort of thing, but I like them with the bright yellow rings. Got the Enhanced Hammer again. And Swanna is our reverse. That one is a reverse rare, so good to get that. And the actual reverse is Mr. Scrafty, one of the kind of featured Pokemon in this set. Always a cool guy. So you see, the packs aren't quite holding together in like the same way. They're almost like flaking apart under me. It's kind of weird, but either way, getting them out of there. Here we start off with the Zorua, Shelmet, Woobat looking all blissful in the night, Chansey, Clink. He's kind of seems to be in the same sort of weird diamond crystal cavern thing. Got Twist Mountain. That's the stadium card. There's that Umbreon again in the non-reverse. Again, just kind of a darker look to it. Kind of, we don't see the bright yellow as in the other Umbreon. His eyes kind of glowing red there. Just kind of a darker, like nighttime sort of thing. I like kind of the look of that. Ultra Ball. The reverse is a Carablast there. And our rare is going to be Heatmor. So the weird fire anteater strange thing. Got the Shelmet, Piplup, Carablast, Chansey, Zorua, Old Amber Aerodactyl. So again, this is that other card that helps you play the Aerodactyl. So look at the bottom 7 of cards of your deck. You may reveal an Aerodactyl and you find there and put one onto your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So that lets you look for it at the bottom of your deck and then play one if it's there. So it's just kind of an odd thing. Palpitoad, Torkoal. Got a reverse Joltik. I love these lightning reverses. They just kind of, they just kind of stand out. I like the kind of pattern of the bigger and smaller little electricity things. So electric type ones look pretty good as reverse. And our rare is going to be Slowking there, standing by a lighthouse for some reason. I guess it makes sense. One general theme of a lot of these cards, obviously since it is Dark Explorers, is a lot of them are kind of in a dark setting or a nighttime type setting, and so the artwork looks pretty neat on some of them, and it kind of follows that theme. Not all of them do, of course, but some of them do kind of play up that theme of a darkness sort of thing, or being in a dark place. Even though our darkness Zorua is just running in a sunny field or something like that. I see that something's back there already. We'll get to that. Drillbur mining around places. Dwebble here, he's kind of in a thunderstorm or something on that. There's almost a concerned look on him. Torchic looking up optimistically. Minun, I pointed out in another video that you've got Plusle and Minun at the same setting, and from either card it's actually looking in one direction or the other. I just thought that was kind of neat given that those were paired together. Got an old Amber Aerodactyl again. Got a Palpitoad, Dark Patch, a reverse Cofagrigus. That's pretty good to get, so that is a reverse rare. And then obviously, as anyone can tell, there's something back here, and it's Groudon EX. So I do actually have this one already, but always good to get, you know, never mind exactly getting doubles on the EX. Can always just trade that off for another. So I like kind of the artwork on that. A lot of these really look like they're coming out of the card to try and get you. So that's kind of neat. Here we've got Ducklett, Shelmet, Zorua, Piplup, Tynamo, Clang, Torkoal, Vullaby, a Dark Claw reverse. That's another neat card. I just kind of like the look and design of it. And the rare is going to be Stoutland. Down the last couple packs of this half, and then I'll just break this into a second part. Got a Sandile, Zorua, Ducklett, Piplup, Karrablast, Herdier, Dark Claw, Jolteon, got a B-Sharp reverse, so another rare reverse, pretty good. And the rare is going to be Heatmor again. We did see him a little earlier. And our last pack for this side, got Eevee, Vanillite, Chansey, Tynamo, Sandile, Ivysaur, Cheren, Electric, here, Electric, Blissey reverse. So getting a lot of the rare reverses here, which is good to get out of the way. I do like collecting reverses. And Electros is our rare holo. So that one again looks pretty good. You can kind of see we've got the holo in behind him, but he's almost kind of stamped on top of that, and kind of causes them to stand out pretty neat. All right, so I'm going to call it a part for this. So obviously the cards of note during this half of the box were the Groudon EX here, so that was pretty good. And then the one that I am a little more psyched about is actually the reverse Pokemon catcher. So that, or not reverse, but shiny, like different color Pokemon catcher, and that is one of the secret rares. So very psyched to get that. As I said, the second shiny out of just 3 booster boxes I open, and usually you hear those as about 1 for every 3 booster boxes. So so that's quite good to get 2 out of 3. Pretty psyched about that. I'll be back here with the second half of this booster box in just a second. So stay tuned and flip over to that.